Before the accident, some of the things that I liked to do for fun were dancing, singing, yoga. I loved to cook. I was in Puerto Rico. I was there for a meeting of nurses. It was the early evening, still quite light outside. I decided to take a walk. I came to a hotel driveway. I could see up on the far side of the driveway there was a car parked with its lights on. I looked to my right and the car was right there. I threw up my arm, the car hit me, I went down on the ground. The car drove over my torso with the front left tire and the rear left tire. I felt my bones breaking and my lungs being crushed. I was having some difficulty breathing. No one really realized how seriously I was injured. My IV ran dry a couple of times. Nobody was there to check me out. One of the nurses was getting very concerned. I was transferred to Miami. They put chest tubes in, put me on the ventilator, stabilized me. I was in the trauma ICU there for 3 weeks. I came back to DC. I was feeling disconnected. I had terrible anxiety. I was very depressed. I was introduced to a nurse from Paradigm, and her name is Vicky. I had confidence in her as a nurse. I also really appreciated that there was one person kind of following every aspect of my care, because I had a dozen different doctors and services paying attention to me, and they were all kind of going in their different directions, but okay, I had this one case manager who was going to be there from the beginning throughout my hospitalization. It was like a partnership. Not only was it a great support to me, but it was a great support to my husband. For trauma patients, their healthcare is really complex. About 20 years ago, I was introduced to yoga. When I did yoga, it gave me such a good feeling about being in my physical body in a beautiful way. Because of nerve damage, it's difficult for me to know where I am in space. I have a pretty significant limp, and I want to be able to walk as smoothly as possible and to keep my joints as healthy as possible. The great thing about having Paradigm on board to do case management is that patient, family has somebody to turn to and have a conversation about what do we do next? How do we navigate this? And I think that's tremendously helpful. We desperately needed it, and thank goodness it was there. It took a lot of time, but things started to change. I started to smile. When I could feel my feelings, that was a great relief. It was like, oh, I'm home. This is me. I'm still here. I used to think that the happiest time of my life was before the accident happened. And I would say this is the happiest time of my life.